Kings and Queens class, your sword. Yeah. You kings and queens already know.
100 kings and 100 queens?
Got to show up who we are. Hey. All right. Coming in. Got some things to talk about. Before I even get started, for the 100 Kings and 100 Queens University, there is a group that I was invited to for tomorrow night, Saturday night. I want to say 9 p.m. Eastern time. Okay? So, if you want to attend, send me an email to cityside2006@gmail.com. Send me an email requesting the link to the class. Okay, so a lot of y'all haven't talked to me in a minute. Why, I do not know. But I'm just going over there to help this king out. He deals with taxes. He said his close friend who's fond of me and my teaching is fond of me and Gene Key dealing with the OID. So I'm coming in just to wake everybody up, give them the in-depthness of, and when I say deafness, I mean deafness. I mean really, because a lot of people are deaf. They're seeing things and
they're really not seeing what they need to see. And I'm telling you, there are some things that y'all guys really need to know.
Like, for instance, there was a queen that was in the group, and she told me before, she said, hey, I remember when I worked in the bank, when they sent off an invoice, it was a positive. Then when it came back with the payment, it was a negative. So you got to understand. And so that brings me into the next thing of what I'll give y'all, something that I'm selling. I'm not going to tell you what. Every single time, when I looked at the statement for the last 3 years, going on 3 years, every payment that I tendered was a negative. When the bill was established, it was a credit. It was credit. It was just there. But once you tendered it, or I tendered it, it became in parentheses. And y'all know what parentheses mean. Dealing with the IRS on these documents. It is a negative. It is a loss. Okay? So what that means is you're still in debt. Okay? Until the debt is settled. So now I'm about to settle this. Okay? So this just proves it right here. This dealing with real estate, by the way. This just proves everything I've been telling y'all. So people come on this channel and they be like, this, that. No. Keep living a debt slave. Everything I done taught y'all is accurate. Okay? So a lot of y'all out there steady researching, reaching out to other groups, doing your own thing. You're going to wind up getting your asses in trouble. Locked up, and I will not save your ass. I won't be Captain Saberhole trying to save you. Okay? Just to let you know. I'm already inhabited up to here, repeating myself on some of this stuff that y'all asses should already know and pay attention to. When I give y'all a class, when I give y'all these videos, y'all need to take this and meditate on it. Don't just jump and fill it out. I'm already breaking it down for you, why I'm doing what I'm doing, what this connects with, but you, yourself, need to lay in the bed or wherever you're going to lay in your private area, your sanctuary, you need to hear from the Most High. You need to, because what he's going to do is going to bring you back to things back to your remembrance that you didn't saw in the past. Like one of the kings said on the platform, said on YouTube, said, "Oh, I remember this right here, the LEI number." This is what I mean by meditating. Something's going to come back to you, so that way you know I'm telling you the truth. But a lot of times people didn't know how to use the LEI number. They just went and got it. Okay? Now y'all know, coming from me, it deals with the establishment of bonds and the purchasing of the bonds too. Okay? Stocks as well. Those not exempt. But the main reason these companies get it is so that way they can put bonds on you. Okay? So tomorrow night, if y'all want to come, y'all more than welcome to ask questions. Y'all still students. I'll be in here one night just teaching, breaking some things down for them. And the main thing I will start off with is the stuff dealing with the taxes and the OIDs. Okay? Because a lot of you do not have no idea, don't have a clue at what the OID is for. Okay? Not going to come on and show nobody how to feel. No, I'm not going to do that. Nope. You got to join the university, you want that. I'm not going to do that. That's just too much work. You know, what I'm willing to do is show you how to kill off all their power of attorneys. Okay? Once you have your Form 56, your durable power of attorney with the dang foreign barcode from me, okay, and your 2848, and it's filled out correctly, then you kill off all the power of attorneys that be. Okay? And it's not just your state. It's everybody you had any interaction with. Anyone. This is the problem. We thinking it's just the state. It's not. The state is only a portion of what you're dealing with. Okay? They started it. Started by putting you as a debtor. You didn't borrow anything from the state. Nothing. Period. I don't even understand how they make that work. Okay? So today I'm showing y'all how to make, and I did this before. I don't know why in the hell I'm going over this again. And one of the kings talking about his Form 56F was wrong. Let me also say this before we get started. When you're doing your initial documents, Form 56, durable power of attorney, and 2848, you do not fucking do a Form 56 at the same time. You don't do that yet. That's like an oxymoron. Form 56 is the individual living being taking over the estate. Why? Why is the Form 56 dealing with the individual, the living being? Because, look at it this way. Let's look at the old Godfather. He's laying in the bed, he's about to die. He got all these blocks. He got all these corners where his people working and all this. And he's laying in the bed. He's talking to Scarface. And he's you're gonna take over this block someday, and it's gonna be yours. So, who did he appoint when he died? It was passed down to his son, not a damn corporation. The living being, the king or queen, does not have a social. He's untouchable. She's untouchable. Because there's no tax ID number. Can't be taxed. You know why you're all in this mess? Because you have Social Security numbers, and that's what they want. Everything that has a social, EIN, attached to it, they can tax. That's why it's called a tax ID number, tax identification number, employer identification number, okay? So when you're dealing with the king or the queen on your Form 56, it lets them know this being is untouchable. They're not to be taxed. They're foreign to the U.S. So why in the hell would you jump in with a Form 56F? You ain't even got the being that's appointed by the grantor established yet. You ain't even there yet. Get the being. When you come in a job as a CEO or whatever, you never come in with a new corporation and They focused on you. Everybody's scared of you. Let them be scared of you first, not the damn corporation. Leave that damn Form 56F alone until you get to step 2. When you get to step 2, you got your Dun & Bradstreet number. You got your 98 number. You got your WIFIT, your estate. You got your Indian tax number, and you also will have 6. You will have your your fins and gins number. Now you're about banking business. You get your LEI number. You can create bonds. Now that you got all that, now you go do your Form 56F. Why? Because most mothers ain't going to tell you why you do it. Okay? Oh, Don Corleone, you're going to take over this business. He pointed at an individual, he's a living being. First, that comes first. That's way in precept 1 and precept 2. Let the being get acquainted with the business first. Then he or she knows how to move. Form 56F, as it says at the top, notice concerning fiduciary relationship of financial institution. F stands for financial institution. Everything is a financial institution when you think about it. But what makes your Indian tribe a financial institution? Some of you argue about the estate is not a financial institution. Yes, it is. Because a trust or an estate that make any deposits under 12 U.S.C., when you read that, it'll let you know that an estate or a trust, okay, you cannot securitize any deposits, any instruments that's given by it. Why? Because it's a bank itself. It's exempt. Well, what will make your tribe exempt? This Form 56. Because now it's under the jurisdiction of your foreign grantor's trust. So with that being said, let's jump over here and get this thing percolating. All right? So, one of the kings was saying, I had already went through this before already. I don't understand why in the hell I'm sitting here doing this fucking again. It pisses me off that y'all not paying attention to these videos. It also shows me that y'all not taking notes. You should have a goddamn book with table of contents in it, Form 56. LEI number, 98 number, fins and gins number, table of contents. Put your stuff in order. Some of y'all are just wasting my time. And I'm going to say this to every last one of you who have a VIP. You better When you get information from me one day, don't come to me the next day and book another appointment. Meditate on what I gave you. If you don't meditate on what I gave you, you're going to lose it. You're only trying to get it in and get it out. That's not how it works here. I understand you got 30 days. Use only 15 of those days. 14. 12. It don't take the whole damn month being on the phone with me to get this stuff done. You need to meditate to know why I told you what I told you. Take notes when you get on the phone. I told every last one of you, when you get on the phone with me, you better have a pen and paper and start writing. I told one of the kings, you need to do this. They come back with the same damn thing. I wanted to go over the 8822B and 8288, what is this? 8288A. I know I got 88. Hold on, what the hell is this? That's the wrong one. This is the one I want here. Not what I wanted. I wanted to go over the 8288A and B. But since this is dealing with address change, responsible party change, I'm going to stick it to that. That way you can just keep rewinding the damn video. I'm not going to mix it up with something else. I'll do another video on those, which I shouldn't have to. I told y'all there are 4 returns that y'all have to do when it comes to this stuff. 4 table legs will help your table stand strong. You can put your hot plate on that damn table and it won't fall. You're trying to operate with 1 return because all y'all Negroes trying to do is get a goddamn check. That's it. And that's where you lose. Those bonds remain on you. Them people can come get you. I'm telling you, when it says that shit in the Bible, it means it. You will be taken away on slave ships because you have a bond on you. And believe me, that day is coming. I know you've been hearing it for centuries. But now that you know about the bonds, you know it's real. So what you got to do is reverse this mess. Reverse it. And if y'all ain't with reversing this stuff, leave me the hell alone. I'm here for y'all freedom. I'm not here for you to get a damn paycheck. That shit is easy. I done put my shit to the side so many times to help y'all get free. And some of you, all you want is a car, a house, this and that, still operating commerce. Y'all don't want to be free. All the while, all these bonds on your ass. All these bonds on you. And you ain't trying to get rid of them. Everything you had any transactions with, that's a bond on you. They got a camera. I told y'all this before. They know who you are. That's why facial recognition always existed. It always existed way back in the days. Don't think that shit came when Eagle Eye came out. It's been here. Those aliens came down and showed them all this stuff. But this Negro talking about aliens. You better take heed. The aliens are the ones they call the fallen angels. They just changed the wording around. So I keep telling everybody, stop taking with a grain of salt everything that you see. Okay? I'm going to show y'all how to make your domestic estate, tribe, or with it foreign. The thing when it comes to the with it, you really want to partially do that one because the with it is going to be in the United States operating on behalf in partnership with the Foreign Grantors Trust. Okay? It's over here as this little prostitute worker. You know, the big pimp, he sends Jackie out. Jackie and Tasha, go out there and make my money. Go out there and make my money, bitch. I'm the pimp. I'll slap you. You better go make my money. That's pretty much what the 9-8 tells the Whiffet. So when you look at the Whiffet as a whore. W-H. You see that right there? At the beginning of Whiffet is a W-H. Well, how do you spell whore? W-H-O-R-E. Whore. So you look at W-H as the whore, she fits. The whore fits me. She works for me. Okay? I know some of you are like, oh, hell no, King. I'm getting off here. Anyway, so we're going to focus on the estate and the tribe, your Indian tribal government. Okay? Now, you can't operate your tribe within this United States jurisdiction, but you're still going to be subject or fight with the United States. Okay? If you have your own land, then you can have that land here. Okay? And when you deal with 26 U.S.C. 1445, dealing with U.S. real property, if you look it up, sometimes people are in a foreign country, but they're still operating the land over here from afar. Okay? It don't belong to the United States. The only way it belongs to them is because they're the administrators of this land, because back then, either the Dirty Moors or someone signed a contract with them for them to administrate all of the estates. That's where the word state comes from. Okay? So note, the state is just an administrator. I don't want to get off the subject, but some of these things y'all have to be educated on. Okay? Now listen. Meditate on it. Don't come trying to book an appointment the very next day. When I talk to somebody, you better not make an appointment the next day. If you make an appointment, it better be for something totally different. Tuesdays and Thursdays are for 7 steps only. If you come to me talking about taxes and it's not your last tax filing, I am not talking on neither day about it. I will not talk about no taxes that you're dealing with unless you tender for it, because that's what's been wasting my time. People coming talking about cars, houses, this and that. I'm not going to do that on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Your last tax filing is the only one I will talk about on Thursdays. Tuesdays is barcode days. And I'm going to remind y'all again, when y'all get a affidavit of ownership, which is really called a certificated deed, okay, you need a assignment deed. That's authorization of or for payment. And all you're going to do with this, based on what the Treasury say, they want the domestic stuff. So we give them the 12-digit barcode. All you got to do is take the 0 off the front of that barcode, okay? And now it's a domestic barcode where you can now do business with what? The United States. Because the 12-digit barcode is what the Treasury seeks. That is your check number. That assignment number, 12 digits, is the check number that goes on your check. The check that you make out of the instrument, that negotiable instrument. Okay? I'm saying I never told you that. And that barcode itself goes at the top of the authorization for payment. That's only when you're trying to tell the company, give it to the company, say, hey, go pick up this, get this money from the Treasury for me. Or when you're going to buy a house, you'll have that. You're authorizing them with that. That's a check number and the 236 form. Okay? Shouldn't be giving y'all all this right now, because some of you are just going to go off the deep end trying to go do this, trying to go do that. No. There are a total of 10 documents that has to get sent out when you finish the taxes. Don't try to go tie them up, sending them where you want to send them to. That's not how this works, buddy. That's not how this works. This is private. This is the private side, not the public side. Everything's done in secret. That's why you never knew bonds were on you, because it was done privately. Even though those bonds are public, once the Treasury puts them out to settle them to make their money back. Okay? It's going to be the same barcode on the certificated deed, which is the affidavit of ownership, as the assignment deed. The only difference is you take the 0 off the front, and now you got the 12 digits on the assignment deed. Same barcode. Before, we just had a whole different number. Now we done learned that we can use the same number. One's domestic, one's foreign. The 4 and 13 digit allows you to get the lawful money, and the 12 digit allows the Treasury to get the negotiable instrument, which is domestic. It's their real property interest. Okay? That contract is part of that partnership. I'm giving you some of this stuff for the partnership class that I'm still going to be doing, dropping. Okay? Now, let me show y'all the documents y'all going to need. You're going to need the Form 56F. This is the address change of your tribe, Indian tribal government, of your estate, to get it out of their jurisdiction. 8822B and the 1041. You do not need a power of attorney. No durable power of attorney. I told 2 kings this, and this king still sent me, apparently wasn't listening, still sent me a goddamn power of attorney. You don't need that. Even though I showed him how you would have filled it out, you don't need it. A durable power of attorney is for the living. Even the county told me that. The reason why we do the durable power of attorney on the straw man, because you're really doing it for the beneficiary. But just in case they want to get slick, think about it. This is why the durable power of attorney goes with what? The 2848, because it's for the beneficiary. You're the intermediary. You didn't add a durable power of attorney with the Form 56 when you took it in the building. You just took the Form 56 in, because it's dealing with the dead. Even on there, on box line number 6, it says corporation dissolved. Because a corporation is a corpse, a dead being, dead. So understand the difference between the living and the dead, and what documents you fill out for the living and what documents you fill out for the dead. These right here are for the dead. That's why you have your estate there. See? The tribe. You got a tax ID number, that mug is dead. Why do you think the United States government is running over your tribe and ruling over your tribe? Because they certified it dead. Only one should call it dead is you. And your tribe is dead until you bring it back to life. It's your job to bring it back to life by reversing the bonds, cleaning up the debt, and once all that is cleared up, you can get rid of that EIN number that's dealing with your tribe, and you do not need it anymore. You got all your gold and silver from the U.S. Mint, and you don't need it no more. The with it is operating after, because you're going to also on step 5, and let's see, 5, yeah, step 5, you're going to bring your social back to what it's supposed to be, which is a bank account. And you're going to be the interest holder over that. So you're separated right there, like mine is. Okay? So right then and there, your with it is in partnership with your social. It's not tied to you anymore when you get to step 5. So some of you say, oh, it's attached to my social. Well, if that's you as a living being is attached to that, then yes, that's you. You're a corporation. That's why you start off with this stuff here, 2848, doable power of attorney. Do your Form 56 first. Take it in the building, get it time stamped, get 2 copies of that, make 100 copies of that, stick it in your folder at home, and anybody mess with you, you send them a copy of that. Judges, cops, anybody, any corporation, let them know they don't have intermediary rule over you as the beneficiary. Okay? Now let's get started here because I took a lot of time just talking to y'all about things that y'all need to know.